Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Erik Voss, and the sexploits of America's ass is a major takeaway from the She-Hulk episode 1 post-credit scene, but we've been so preoccupied with whether Captain America f***s that we didn't stop to consider whether he's still f***ing. Yes, was the deeper reveal of this moment actually that Steve Rogers in the MCU is still alive? And if he is still alive, where is he? And is he using protection? Because I assume the super soldier serum, even at that age, keeps him doing it all day. Let's re-examine the moment from the post-credit scene.
It's just so sad. Steve Rogers did so much for his country and he never got to experience sex. Did you see that ass? Like, that ass did not deserve to die a virgin. It's like so sad.
Steve Rogers is not a virgin. He lost his virginity to a girl in 1943 on the USO tour.
Yes, I knew it.
You're not drunk?
Captain America, fuck!
Yes, I love that we cut black on Jen's line because it keeps with the long-standing MCU tradition of letting characters just get 2 letters deep, but no further than that.
What the
Well,
What the
But even more curious about this cut to black is it deprives us from knowing what verb tense Jen was using there. Did she say Captain America or Captain America? Like, notice how Jen, when she is pretending to be drunk with Bruce, speaks of Steve Rogers in the past tense, saying he died a virgin. But when Bruce corrects her, he switches to present tense. Steve Rogers is not a virgin. So in a way, her "yes, I knew it" was kind of a lawyery semantic trap for her cousin. She deliberately used past tense so that Bruce might trip up and correct her to use the present tense, which would, in effect, prove that Steve Rogers is still alive. Because Bruce does not say Steve Rogers was not a virgin, which would be the rational response to correcting someone saying a guy died a virgin. He says is not a virgin, as in Steve continues to live and breathe as a guy who, to reference my alma mater, the University of Florida, go Gators, a guy who graduated without a brick falling from Century Tower. Chris Evans tweeted his response to this episode, suggesting his lips were sealed, and Mark Ruffalo responded, apologizing, saying he was under extreme duress. So what secret did Bruce really spoil here? Is it that big of a deal that the public knows that Captain America was not a virgin? Not really. I mean, when Sam asked about his wedding ring, Old Man Cap smiled and said that he didn't want to get into it. But if a wedding ring means anything, folks, it means that this guy I mean, perhaps the bigger secret is that Bruce accidentally also spoiled that Steve Rogers is still alive in the MCU. If something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. And for me, sleeping is worth doing. That means it's worth doing right. And that's where Helix Sleep comes in. Helix Sleep makes premium mattresses and bedding customized to fit your needs and shipped right to your door. And look, I'm not a sleepologist or anything, but I don't need to be. Helix is a sleep quiz that matches your unique body type and your sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you. You can even take it with a partner and find the mattress that's a perfect compromise between both of your preferences. I took the quiz. I wanted a medium firm mattress with lumbar support that sleeps cool, and I got matched with the Dusk Luxe Helix mattress. I've had it for quite some time now, and I love it so much. I sleep better and wake up less often than I used to. Helix delivers your mattress right to your door for free. It comes rolled up in a shockingly tiny box, and it's super easy to set up yourself. Helix has a 100-night sleep trial, so you'll get more than 3 months to make sure that you love your mattress, and if you don't, they'll pick it up for you, and you'll get a full refund. And these mattresses also have a 10-year warranty. That's an entire decade. Helix even has financing options and flexible payment plans, so a great night's sleep is never far away. I love my Helix. I think you would too. So if you're looking for a new bed, check out Helix. You can click the link below or go to helixsleep.com/newrockstars and get up to $200 off your Helix mattress. Marvel Phase 4 has been mixed about the current status of Steve Rogers. Spider-Man Far From Home opened with a tribute video to Steve Rogers, Tony Stark, Vision, and Black Widow. The students of Midtown High assuming that Steve was dead. In Eternals, Sprite says,
"So now that Captain Rogers and Iron Man are both gone, who do you think's gonna lead the Avengers?"
In Spider-Man No Way Home, New Yorkers add a Captain America shield to the Statue of Liberty, as if in a kind of tribute. But while we saw that memorial wall shouting out Tony Stark and Natasha Romanoff as recently as Ms. Marvel Episode 1 at AvengerCon, we have seen no such tombstones and memorials for Steve Rogers explicitly. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier showed Steve's Smithsonian exhibit, but when you look closely at that final placard, the one that reads Final Mission, it reads, "With the death of Tony Stark, Steve Rogers honored his friend by finally retiring and laying down his shield, enjoying the world he had fought so hard to protect. With this exhibit, we honor the life and legacy of Steve Rogers, Captain America, patriot, soldier, hero." Yes, the word is retired. It says nothing about his death. Furthermore, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier Episode 1 featured Joaquin Torres citing conspiracy theories about Steve's current whereabouts.
I do gotta ask you though, because like online, there's just been a lot of stuff about Steve actually. Crazy conspiracy theories. Some people they think that he's in the secret base on the moon, looking down over us.
I can assure you, those people, you don't have to take seriously.
But you didn't, like, fly him to the moon?
Nah.
And by the way, that episode was titled New World Order. And what is the title of the next Captain America film? Captain America, New World Order. Something tells me this crazy New World Order conspiracy theory might be proven true. Because if Marvel Studios wanted us to conclude for sure that old Steve Rogers was dead at this point for good, we definitely would have seen some grave like we did for Natasha, and they definitely would not have used a vague term like retired or floated around some loony conspiracy theories that YouTubers like us are gonna question endlessly. So as Phase 5 begins, one of the first MCU titles we can expect is a story all about government conspiracy theories, Secret Invasion. This will likely include what exactly Nick Fury was doing on that Skrull space station in that Spider-Man Far From Home post-credit scene, and the possibility that old Steve Rogers could secretly be consulting Fury and some contacts at SWORD aboard a space station called the Peak. After the Secret Invasion trailer dropped exclusively for attendees of Comic-Con, rumors are now swirling that Olivia Colman's character might be a version of Union Jack named Falsworth, perhaps the granddaughter of James Montgomery Falsworth of the Howling Commandos in the 2011 Captain America film. This legacy connection could be how old Steve Rogers ties into the Secret Invasion storyline. At the very least, we could get an answer to where exactly he is, or that he is somewhere. Of the surviving Avengers at the end of Endgame, the only ones who were in the vicinity of old Steve Rogers in that moment were Sam Wilson, Bucky Barnes, and Bruce Banner. Remember, Bruce was last seen slapping the quantum controls. You assumed that they had malfunctioned since Steve had not immediately returned up from the quantum tunnel. Bruce would have had to have been part of whatever conspiracy to get old Steve Rogers into hiding. We can assume Bucky was part of that as well. He did end up with Steve's things to look up notebook from Captain America the Winter Soldier. Remember, Bucky used this to list names of people to make amends with. So when we think about the places in the MCU old Steve Rogers could be hiding, Wakanda, maybe Tony's farm, maybe somewhere in Brooklyn or Jersey, keeping a low profile. Of all these, an orbital base in space makes the most sense as a place where Steve could avoid the public eye and keep his eye on extraterrestrial threats, like another Thanos, or some more recent threats, like the Celestials being in orbit, or threats posed by the invading Kree. So will the truth of Steve's fate get revealed in She-Hulk? I'm not so sure, but do not be surprised if Bruce suddenly has to take off into space to apologize for the boulder he threw into the stratosphere that could have nearly taken out Steve's space station and interrupted some passionate space with the Skrull who does a great Peggy Carter impression. Let me know your thoughts on this question and follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at EA Voss. Subscribe to New Rockstars for more analysis of everything you love. Thanks for watching. Bye.